Mohamad Salah has set the Premier League alight this season for Liverpool, and it's only January. Everyone knew he was a good player, but I don't think anyone predicted that he would be doing this well and legitimately be up for Player of the Season. He seems to fit perfectly into Liverpool's style of play, but there are a few key things I believe that have helped him to score as much as he has this season. So in this video, I'm going to be going over some of the strategies and key attributes of Mo Salah as we go over how to score goals in football like Salah. So first thing I want to cover is his mobility. Now we all know that Salah is a very quick player and that this attribute has contributed to him scoring some of his goals, like the goal against Arsenal for example. However, I don't want to focus just on his pace in this video because that would be doing him a disservice. He is much more than a pacey player, and his movement and mobility in general is something that impresses me the most. When you look at any good goal scorer, this seems to be a common theme. They all have great movement. Why? Because without good movement, they wouldn't be getting into the goal scoring positions that they are getting into. Now, Salah himself has excellent movement, and it's sometimes easy to forget that because many people just think he's a pacey player. But whether it is waiting on the shoulder of the last man to burst in on goal or creating some space for himself out wide to isolate a defender, he is almost never idle. He passes and then bursts into space, exploits open space and dangerous positions, and is always looking to get in behind the defense. Intelligent movement, whether you are a quick player like Salah or not, is essential if you want to score more goals. If you aren't getting into the right positions, you're just not going to be getting the chances you need to score goals. This brings us perfectly into our next area, which is he isn't afraid to shoot. Look, Salah actually misses quite a few chances, and if you're a Liverpool fan like me, you see this happening. The thing is, though, that his movement allows him to get enough chances that he makes up for it by scoring a ton of goals anyway. And the reason for this is he isn't afraid to shoot the ball. And you'll notice that any goal scorer in any team has a bit of a selfish streak, and with good reason. You can't be afraid to shoot if you want to be a top goal scorer, and Salah certainly isn't afraid to do so. He isn't afraid to shoot outside the box, create a yard of space and shoot, or even attempt things other players wouldn't dare attempt. It's this confidence in his own ability that allows him to score so much. He is decisive. When he gets a chance to put it on frame, he goes for it. He doesn't dally, he doesn't delay unless it's advantageous to do so, and he doesn't get caught up in two minds. It's honestly hard to believe that Salah could even have more goals if his finishing was slightly better. But the reason he does have so many anyway, despite missing some chances, is he is never afraid to shoot. Last thing to note is that Salah, although I just said he could work on his finishing a bit, still has really good finishing ability and does finish a lot of his chances. And one thing I've noticed about him is he almost always looks to place the ball instead of blasting at it. If you look at many of his goals, he will try and quickly get the ball onto his left foot and curl it either to the back post or give the keeper the eyes and go near post. There are very few times where I see him just try and put his laces through the ball and shoot it as hard as he can. It's actually a very good lesson. Go for placement in goal-scoring positions instead of just swinging at it wildly and relying on power. Okay, we all know that Salah has scored some absolutely incredible solo goals as well this season. So let's go into this a little bit and how he has been able to score so many of these individual genius goals. First thing is, it's like the ball is glued to his foot. And this is one of the reasons he's compared to Messi. He has a very similar dribbling style. He is able to cut, chop, turn, and drag the ball in close control in tight spaces, which allows him to quickly open up space in order to get his shot off. Now, a drill you can do in order to improve this area of your game, I call touch every step. And the idea is in a small box or small space to get as many quick, small touches as you can in close control, usually every single step. Now, you want to use the inside, the outside, and the sole of both of your feet to do this. And if you can make this kind of dribbling style second nature, you'll find that you're able to get out of tight spots like Salah and be able to create the space you need to shoot in the box even when you have multiple defenders around you. Now, something I've also noticed about Salah when he's near the box or inside the box is he's very, very clever with the way he uses his body. Now, although he is a shorter player and you wouldn't really think of him as a really strong player, he uses his body expertly. He can hold the ball up, beat you by spinning with the ball while protecting it, and even has players foul him in these positions. Now, why this is so clever is because defenders will be reluctant to tackle you if you protect the ball in dangerous areas. Because they're aware if they miss the ball or you take the ball away from them and they go in for the tackle, it may end up in a penalty or a free kick in a dangerous position. Now, I believe Salah uses this to his advantage when he's maneuvering in the box. You combine this with his ability to keep the ball in close control and also cut, turn, chop, and drag the ball quickly, and you have an absolute nightmare for defenders. Finally, while he is doing this, he is always looking for that opening so that he can get his shot off. He's aware that by faking his shot in the box, defenders will panic, and you'll see him doing this often as well to create an even bigger opening to shoot. Recognize that when you enter the 18-yard box, the mindset of a defender changes. They are now on red alert, trying everything they can do in order to stop you shooting. But they're also very wary of fouling you, and you can use this to your advantage by faking, twisting, turning, and so on like Salah does. Just remember to take your chance when there is an opening. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that Mohamad Salah analysis where we took a look at how to score goals in football like Salah. Now, there are of course many other factors to his game that allow him to do this, but I think we covered what I believe are some of the main reasons he is able to score so many goals. Make sure you vote for the next player you want me to cover by clicking on the bar that comes across right now or clicking on the eye icon in the upper right hand corner. Remember, this is the only place you can vote for these videos, so make sure you get your vote in. Guys, thanks once again for checking out this video. Please like it and share it if you enjoyed this video and you want to help support Simply Soccer. Check out the 2 videos I put up on screen right now that are from this player analysis series if you want to keep learning how to do things like professional footballers. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.